Welcome back to the basement, my banshees and gremlins. Sugar Pants here with another depressing diatribe for your displeasure. Today we're tackling 1987's Mr. Galactic, also known as Galactic Gigolo, an exercise in extraterrestrial excrement in which a sexed-up stalk of broccoli from another planet comes to Earth to make it with the local ladies. Folks, I'm not even going to get through the intro before trashing this one. It's bad. It's the kind of film I expect to get from Silent Sophie. Only it's worse because I did this one to myself. However, there's actually a good reason for me voluntarily sitting down to this dreck. This movie is part of my self-imposed Leanne Baker challenge. If you missed my review of Mutant Hunt earlier this year, then you also missed my announcement that I will try to hit up all 7 movies Leanne Baker starred in before she packed her bags and said goodbye to Hollywood for good. And this one makes number 4 of 7. Necropolis, Breeders, Mutant Hunt, and now, Mr. Galactic. So let's send it on down to Ensign Abraxas so he can beam us up that sleaze docket.
We have 0 dead bodies, 0 cups blood, 11 naked breasts, gratuitous veggie suits, gratuitous piggy grunts, gratuitous elephant trumpets, gratuitous hat dropping, gratuitous Howard Cosell-ing, gratuitous street vendors, in the middle of nowhere. Plagiarized title sequence effects, Jewish rednecks, Haagen-Dazs product placement, Burger King product placement, press conference striptease, garter belts, fourth wall breakage, ironing board to the head, repeated croquet mallet to the head, baseball bat to the head, barely. 5 pies to the face, 1 blow-up doll, cultural appropriation, Groucho carrot, and 32 actual seconds of Leanne Baker.
That's it? She got a little more than half a minute? This movie was 79 cringe-filled minutes, and I sat through it all because they gave Leanne 32 goddamn seconds of screen time? Is she at least naked for it?
Yeah, she and 2 other girls are in a topless hot tub.
Fantastic! Let's get to it. It ain't gonna take long. We start with Groucho Carrot here asking our lead broccoli man, Yeesh, the final trivia question on Another Planet's game show. He gets it right and wins a 2-week all-expenses paid trip to Prospect, Connecticut. Fun fact, that's actually where they filmed this goddamn movie. They give Yeesh his choice of human forms and immediately send him down to the planet. Then the title sequence reuses the special effects from Terror Vision. And I didn't plan that one at all. It just fucking happened. But boy was I surprised when I saw this scrambled TV title credit sequence for the second time in 2 weeks. Anyway, Yeesh lands in the woods and is immediately set upon by some dirt-digging redneck.
Yeah! Walking, talking stereotypes! Yeah!
He gives the dipshits the shake, makes his way into town, and wastes absolutely no time trying to get laid with literally the first 2 women he sees.
Can I help you?
Hi, my name is Yeesh, and I come from the planet Kroiwen, located in the star system Suna. And I've come to your planet to partake in matters of a sexual nature with the females of your species. And I would like to begin with you, and I believe her.
Oh, come on in.
Man, was it easier in the 80s or what? At one point, he holds a press conference to let everyone know what's going on, and one of the reporters asks to tag along with him on his journey so that she can get a book deal out of the whole thing. While on TV, he catches the attention of some dipshit mafia losers who want him to join their organization. And the rest of the movie is awkward sex in front of the reporter and her pervert photographer, while the rednecks hunt him down to kill him, and the mafia goons hit the road to find him, but have trouble making their way to the right damn state. The movie has its crescendo as all groups come together. There's a lot of guns, some ridiculous slapstick, a cliche pie vendor adding some vaudeville value to it all, and the movie ends with Yeesh and the reporter having some half-assed, unearned emotional goodbye as he turns back into a broccoli and is transported back to his home planet. True story, as soon as I finished watching this crap, I flipped the TV over to the live channels, and the immediate first image I saw was a man elbow deep in a rhinoceros's asshole. I assume it was in the name of nature conservation, but I don't have the wherewithal to argue that. But I just simply cannot come up with a better image to follow this movie than a man elbow deep in a rhinoceros's asshole. Mr. Galactic isn't disappointing, it's just bad. The whole damn thing comes off like some poorly written cartoon with cringy jokes that don't land, really long-winded sections of stupidity that go nowhere, nudity that feels like they're just doing it to tick that box, and some really baffling moments that you won't believe ended up in a script. Like, someone thought of this shit, wrote it down, and then actually convinced others that it should be put to film and distributed. Now, I won't lie, I did chuckle more than a couple of times, but some of those were borderline mercy laughs. It's not that this movie isn't funny, it's that it's trying way too goddamn hard and still failing at almost every attempt. For example, not too long past their introduction, we find out that the rednecks are Jewish. So, what's the point? I get that it's subverting expectations, but is that in and of itself funny? Absolutely not. They even go through the effort of putting an obvious Jewish character in the room, and all he ever does is rock in his chair and call his children schmucks.
Schmuck!
Fucking awesome. But probably the worst example of doing a joke that goes nowhere and is never funny would involve the leader of the mafia group. He had a catchphrase that they didn't just run into the ground. They fired it from a cannon that was facing straight down, smashed it with a sledgehammer for an hour, dug it back up, skull-fucked it, put it back in the ground, and poured liquid shit all over the loose dirt.
Cut the frabba jabba, Tony. I'm busy. I told you to cut the frabba jabba. Cut the frabba jabba. Cut the frabba jabba.
Frabba Janna!
Cut the frabba jabba.
Cut the frabba jabba?
Just cut the frabba jabba. What you frabba jabbing about? Cut frabba jabbing about it already.
Cut the frabba jabba. Frabba jabbing. Cut the frabba jabba? You want me to cut the frabba jabba, boss? And I'm cutting the frabba jabba too, boss. You want me to cut the frabba jabba?
Cut the frabba jabba.
Cut the frabba jabba.
Cut the frabba jabba. Cut the frabba jabba. Cut the frabba jabba. Cut the fucking frabba jabba.
This asshole does to Frabba Jabba in 80 minutes what Steve Urkel couldn't do to Did I Do That? Over 9 seasons. It'd be impressive if it wasn't such an infuriatingly low-effort running gag. I'm just glad they made up a phrase to do this bit, because after watching this movie, if I ever hear someone say Frabba Jabba in real life, I'm going to be forced to commit some serious violations of the Geneva Convention. As for the trash, yeah, we've got some skin, but it's not at all worth what you go through to see it. The overall vibe of this movie kind of reminds me of Nightmare Sisters, but way dumber. At least Nightmare Sisters had a ton of skin and sex to keep you watching. Mr. Galactic is just the barest of bare-bones cinema. A lot of times these bad movies would still work for a less serious movie marathon with friends. You know, just sitting around laughing at the movie instead of with it. But this one, I feel would require way too much work to give it the homemade MST3K treatment like you should do with these low-budget abominations. In fact, about the only real funny moment I was able to cobble together with references was this.
You fuck my wife?
No, Billy. It's like this.
You fuck my wife.
Did you fuck my wife?
Did you start me?
Did you fuck my
Did
wife?
you get me started?
Did you fuck my wife?
I think you fucked my wife and got me started.
I got started because you fucked my wife.
That's exactly the reason I got started.
If I could trace back to the moment where I got started, it would definitely be when you fuck my wife.
So I can't give this one my recommendation, not even for the morbidly curious. It doesn't even have that wasted potential angle that usually gets extra credit points from me. Something like Mutant Hunt is a fine example of a movie that had potential, but didn't really cash in like it should have. But you could tell they at least tried. Mr. Galactic doesn't feel like that at all. Honestly, the whole thing feels like an after party for a much better movie. Like, before the actors left town, they raided the studio's wardrobe department to screw around after several drinks and decided, hey, let's make another movie as a goof. Only the goof is on us and whoever thought this thing needed to be seen by an audience. As for the cast and crew, there's not much to say. I was surprised to see Ruth Collins for a second time on the show. She played Dr. Ruth Pepper in this one, but she was also in the abysmally terrible Doom Asylum. She was a lot less annoying here, and at least in this one she didn't laugh. We also saw Herb Klinger for the second time. In this movie, he played a talk show host for a brief moment, but we also saw him in Beware Children at Play. Ugh. So the Leanne Baker obligation has been met, and there's only 3 more movies to go. However, don't get too excited at seeing more anytime soon, as I'm having some difficulties tracking down the remaining titles. But as soon as I do, I'll make sure you all suffer along with me. It's actually kind of funny how I'm finding her movies in reverse order of quality. Started with Necropolis, where she was fantastic and had tons of screen time. Followed up with Breeders, where she was fair to partly cloudy. Then Mutant Hunt, where she got less than 100 seconds on screen. And now, with this one, she's down to 32 seconds. Have we seen the low end of her career? Only time will tell. And until that telling tolls for thee, this is your crispy, crunchy, clowny sugar pants. See you in your dreams.